Okay, so we just got back from seeing The Batman. I don't know, how was it?
It was good, for the most part. Alright, so yes, well, how would you say what we're doing here? I guess it's usually the best way to introduce
Oh yeah, I
something.
guess. Because...
Well, what is it? This is what, the Batman 2022 movie review and unboxing.
Of Batcave.
Slash Batman Batcave unboxing.
Yeah. To give you something to look at while we talk about it.
So what, yeah, that's why we're doing it. So we are going to, what, assemble this or debox it? While talking about the film?
Let's see. See, it comes with all this stuff. It's got like the Bat computer, the Bat armor or stand, bicycles. You got like Robert Pattinson and
Colin Farrell? Yeah.
He's got like money and a briefcase and stuff.
Brief
There, it's got like armor and a bright orange gun. Look at it.
So it could be more easily seen for safety purposes, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, actually, why isn't Batman all orange then if he cares about safety? I mean, like, how often does a car run into him or something? Because they can't see him because he's all black.
Well, it happens pretty often.
Yeah, so if he was orange Batman, he'd be a lot more safe, I think.
Yeah, you remember the Batmobile chase, the Penguin chase, the Batmobile, like, he was hitting all those cars
Yeah,
and all those trucks and they all exploded.
yeah. Yeah, that's right, and he's in a black car too, so no one could try to avoid him either. We don't really see the Penguin with an umbrella, do we, in the movie?
Nope.
Or did they just cut that? One of the few things they bothered to cut out of that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 3-hour movie, as you've probably already seen on the internet.
Well, they had to make up room to have Robert Pattinson slowly walk down hallways.
Yeah.
Slowly reach for things.
Yeah, I wonder if this is a movie worth comparing to Wonder Woman 1984, because they're very similar in the fact that they are both 3-hour movies. And there's a lot of editing that could have been done with it. Like a lot of just stuff cut out that's redundant and unnecessary. Redundant and unnecessary.
Okay, well, yes. Yeah, like you say with the Batcave scene.
Yeah, he's underneath a subway this time.
Yeah, apparently
They
he's...
got a bat bike as well.
Apparently he doesn't live in a cave anymore. He's got an abandoned subway.
Yeah, like the Turtles, Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a car, or a subway car in this one. Yeah, it was, and are they right underneath Wayne Manor or what?
I have no idea, actually.
Because, like, when he goes into his Batcave, Alfred just appears. So I don't know if, like, if he was there for the day or if he just came in through the elevator from Wayne Manor or what.
Because it looked like he was in a building, didn't it? Like, remember that explosion scene with Alfred? Like the building, there was like a building inside the city that exploded.
Oh, okay, so he doesn't live in Wayne Manor in this one. He lives in Wayne Tower, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like in Batman Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Same with... Yeah, because in Dark Knight he also lives in Wayne Tower because the Wayne Manor was burned up. And he also has an underground Batcave too in that one.
That was like at a dockyard.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess there's a lot of similarities to Dark Knight as well in this.
You can see that there's sort of a cityscape. That's kind
Oh,
of...
is that part of the setup?
looks
or
like
is
it's
it
just well, maybe not still, but just...
part of the packaging.
Yeah, maybe packaging. See, it's like raining blood everywhere.
Just like in the movie.
Except that wasn't in the movie, so...
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So how are we doing spoilers here?
Yeah, we're spoiling it.
Okay, throughout the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's nothing more annoying than just trying to talk around spoilers.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just
Like, especially like listening to our review that's trying to talk around spoilers. This is like, I don't know, like they'd say, wasn't it cool that one guy who did that thing in that one scene? It's like,
yeah,
what scene we're talking about?
exactly.
It's like lots of scenes in the movie. So,
But yeah, no, I hate it when people talk about spoilers too.
I guess it
Depends what you're watching the review for, I guess.
Bat bike. The vehicle he uses more than the Batmobile.
Yeah, this is only a $60 Canadian set, actually, which I think is pretty impressive for what you get. Because our Robert Pattinson Batman we bought from the movie theater that we were able to hold on to while we watched the movie. That was $30, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, we got the Robert Pattinson one from like the theater itself. They were selling it at the stand there.
Yeah. So you get a lot out of this for $60.
So it's got like not a cloth cape, but it's like papery kind of. I don't know what to call
Is that
it.
paper? Oh, yes. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's felt or vinyl. Maybe it's vinyl.
Yeah, but it's not plastic.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know what vinyl is exactly. It just feels like. Yeah, there we go. He's got some articulation in his legs. He can do some splits. So he can fit on his Batmobile. Or bat bike.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so where'd the other bat bike go? Did that fall down too?
This one?
Lego bat bike, yeah.
Yeah, it's right here.
Here, let's compare.
Lego
bikes.
Batman with Robert Pattinson Batman.
Well, this one it's really just like plastic wheels. They put little rubbery ones here.
Yeah, this is actual rubber.
Yeah, or what, yeah. Where the cheap equivalent of rubber is.
Plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like plastic.
And so the shape of the front, yeah, it was kind of big, wasn't it? It looked kind of big and weird in the movie too. But it looks like he had like a suitcase on the Lego one.
So, I guess it's fitting that he's in a. Or not fitting, what is the word? Like, it works out that his Batcave is in the subway station.
Abandoned
Because, like,
subway.
the very first scene with Batman happens in the subway station.
Oh yeah, that's right, because he beats up those
For the Joker gang guys.
they're Joker gang guys. Oh yeah, so then, because it's spoilers anyway, was that Jared Leto? It sounded like his voice almost.
I don't think that was Jared Leto. Kind of sounded like John Travolta to me.
That'd be interesting.
And looked like John.
They got Colin Farrell he is, as they say, unrecognizable as the Penguin.
Yeah. Like, good for him, I guess.
Yeah, no, he's a character actor now, not just a handsome boy.
Yeah, he can play ugly people too.
Yeah. Okay, so what was the first scene? It was him beating up Joker people in
In the subway.
the subway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that's where he says he's vengeance.
So yeah, it was kind of a pretty cool scene, cool reveal of Batman. Like it's these gangsters were attacking some guy.
It looked like it was some sort of initiation because there was one guy who had just Joker paint on one side of his face and was normal on the other side. So he was, I guess.
It's like that episode of Star Trek. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so he's, I guess, made or told to beat up this random guy, and then Batman shows up with his big clunking boots. Clunk.
Yeah, like it's
clunk.
See, I kind of like that.
Which was pretty cool, yeah.
The first time I met him. Like when he...
Oh, you do it a few times.
Yeah. Like first you just, like you don't see him, you just hear the footsteps. Like the clunking of his metal boots, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Like slowly he emerges from the darkness.
And then the guys sort of make fun of him, like, "Hey, what's this guy?"
Yeah.
And then he takes a swing at
But-
Batman. Oh,
Also the setup. Remember they were talking about how, like there were a montage of other criminals, like the guy robbing a convenience store and the guy
Yeah.
spray painting a wall or a pillar, and they like look over into some darkness as though they were spooked,
by Batman. Yeah, no, this
like
was
they were expecting Batman.
this was entirely half a movie, just like Dune, actually, because no, they introduced these themes about poverty and crime. They kept on dropping in themes like there'll always be like a poor person there going like that one guy, my daughter died because of this what was it called, the renewal plan, because none of the money got down to filtered down to them. I'm assuming they were implying that she died because they didn't have money for her medical costs.
See, I thought it was like gang violence or something.
Oh, okay.
Well, I know it was.
Because there is a lot of themes of poverty in this.
It wasn't really explained. Like it was just like one quick line.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, they seem to just introduce this idea, and it almost seems like the sequel will actually like look into this further, maybe. But they don't really do much with it in this movie. They just seem to introduce a lot of things. They never really like
there was no resolution
to anything.
Which is, that was kind of the theme of the movie, I guess.
It felt like a streaming show because it seemed like they were all just setting. It was 3 hours long. Each act felt like a separate episode, like in a streaming show.
Yeah.
And then it sort of just ended at the end of almost the season of the show, rather than at the end of the. It didn't end at the end of the movie. It ended at the end of the season of the show.
It ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Ready for the next season.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of see the cave is kind of tearing out already. So it wasn't.
Oh, it was.
Really?
It's very cheap, isn't it?
Fairly cheap, I guess. Yeah.
Well, after inflation and everything else, I don't really see.
I guess that's why
toys.
they use plastic instead of cloths or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So they tear pretty easily.
See, like the Lego bat bike here stands up very easily.
He's got a cloth cape.
He's got a cloth cape, but the more cheapo one just sort of falls over.
I mean, it has no kickstand.
Has no balance or anything. Or does it have a kickstand?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, there you go.
See? Right underneath there's like
There we go. We got a kickstand. Perfect.
There. Now we can sit on his bike. Yeah. Then put his armor on him. Put his Mandalorian armor on.
Well, I think Catwoman was like the person who said one of the main points of it was like all these people care about all of the murders of all these rich people, and they don't realize the real victims of all this is all the people underneath them that they're victimizing.
Yeah. Well,
And they're like, and all the people they're victimizing are invisible, but when the powerful people become victims, they get all the support and attention.
yeah. Well, it's because the media likes to focus on what's going to grab the most headlines.
Yeah.
Or grab the most attention. It's not going to be like some guy. It'd be like someone important or someone famous. It's probably a lot more attention catching than
Yeah.
some poor person that it happened to.
Yeah. And that's.
I'm trying to get it onto his hand here, but it's not really working.
Oh, did you? And you put the money in there?
Yeah,
Did
the
you?
money's in there.
When does he have money?
He doesn't.
Oh, he has a bag of. Well, he doesn't hold a bag of money, but Selena Kyle tries to steal
Yeah, there
a
is.
couple of bags of money.
There
from
is like bags of money in the movie, but
him. Yeah. It's duffel bags now is now the traditional bag,
there we
as
go.
opposed to. Yeah, you notice we don't use the sort of white cloth bag with a dollar symbol on it anymore. Now it's all duffel bags that we steal money with.
Now he's ready for a night on the town.
Yeah, and
With his umbrella. And it turns into a cane sword.
Kings. Oh, is that a
You can
stab Robert
bit.
Pattinson?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I got him. Wearing armor isn't helping you now.
Oh, I didn't see you there, Batman. But I saw your gun. That's why I avoided it.
You just neon orange gun.
Yeah. Oh, Splitty Batman. So the mayor gets killed actually at the beginning as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So that's the first murder victim by the Riddler. And then, you get like lots of shots of his son to remind us how much he's like Batman.
Yeah.
I think I said, is he going to be Robin at some point? And he wasn't in this movie, but who knows?
Well, in the next movie will be.
Yeah. Because they were looking very longingly at that orphan boy.
Well, it's like it's mirroring him.
Yeah.
How Bruce Wayne lost his parents to crime.
Well, exactly, and that's why he decided to help out Robin. All right, so I don't think we're entirely finished putting this together.
The stairs and snap into it.
Oh, it just snaps in, doesn't do anything special.
Well, you need the stairs. They allow you
I thought they
access to the top floor.
I thought they swiveled open or revealed something, but no, you just snap them in there.
It does help with like getting out to the next floor. So you... bit me. You never get me up here.
No. Wait, yeah.
Never
shoot.
get me up here.
If only there was a trap door, or do I have a button, or how does this toy work? Oh my gosh.
There's a trap door on the thing. And I don't see. Should be like.
It shows you the things it can do on here, but it doesn't show you. Oh no, it looks like a bunch of the bridge breaks off. Actually, it's got damage action.
It's got a trigger on here that you have to pull. I think, but I can't get to it.
You don't just, or you just
I just did it.
come out and just jump on them. Yeah.
No.
Maybe there is a trigger somewhere.
Yeah.
It's not one of the stairs. Or is it here? Actually, I think it might be that. I think it might be the railing, actually.
Oh yeah, the railing comes down. Looks like it.
Well, here, reconnect the bottom. And then I'm thinking this. Oh, maybe not. Or, I thought that maybe that was the switch.
That was like something underneath it.
No,
I
that's
think
not
it's just
switch.
like a breakaway.
It's just
piece.
battle damage, yeah. Whatever you call it. I think you're right. If there's a switch, it's somewhere
Let's have a look.
underneath. Or yeah, we can just look underneath it too.
Yeah, I thought it was like this thing. No, maybe not. So what is this thing then? Something that's just screwed onto the. Wait, does it take batteries? Oh, wait, no. See, it's sort of screwed on here. I think you have to unscrew it, and then it'll reveal the trigger inside of it.
Oh, is that
Maybe. I don't know. Anyway.
all right? So, Mayor gets killed. Another person gets killed after the mayor is killed. Like, what's his name? Riddler is doing this. Who does he kill next?
Some kind of district attorney.
Wasn't there someone before though?
Oh yeah, the commissioner.
Oh yes, the
Previous commissioner before Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
He had to get him out of the way so they can have Gordon meet the commissioner.
Yeah, so the mayor got to be quickly knocked out by a weird weapon from Clue, I guess. And then, but the commissioner, he gets his face eaten off or something like that by rats.
Oh yeah.
So he gets the gruesome one, and I think everyone else just gets knocked over the head too. So
No, the one guy gets blown up,
after getting
and then
still at least gruesome. Yeah, because then Alexander Skarsgård is in the first episode of the streaming series, The Batman. He's the guest star of the first episode, I guess, because he's there just for like 20 minutes for a very specific thing. And yeah, and at the end of the first episode, we learned that there's a whole lot of corruption in Gotham City. Like everyone works for the mob or something like that. And we also get to get introduced to Selena Kyle's father as well, the crime lord.
Oh yeah, it turns out Falcone is Catwoman's father
Yeah.
for some reason. For a dramatic reveal.
Well, I was fine with that.
Nothing really happened with it though. Just like it did
she
sort of
tries
like
to
a
kill.
dramatic reveal, but like even like when he finds out she's his daughter, like doesn't really change anything in the scene.
Well, I don't think she finds out. They already knew that. We were finding that out.
No, I mean like the ending scene when she's confronting him, like didn't really
Oh.
like there didn't seem to really have a reason for her to be her father, for him to be her father.
Yeah, I guess not.
Something really came of it.
So then, yeah, Alexander Skarsgård gets kidnapped, and then he has to, at the funeral of the mayor, there's some big, he reveals a few things, like,
There's a rat.
there's a rat, but he blows himself up to not reveal everything to protect his family from the rest of the cops.
Well, from the Falcone.
Yeah.
Turns out Falcone's the rat.
Oh yeah, he ratted out, yeah, because it's a kind of a complicated Sopranos thing too. He rats out, the previous crime family in order for him to become the top crime guy?
And he like makes deals with all the cops of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they get... Because it turns out it's Falcone who's really running the city.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's the one who's running all the crimes too.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the one who really shot Batman's parents.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did that too.
I mean, not him, Mickey had them shot.
Yeah.
So he was like the Joker. 87 is all along.
Yeah.
Or 89.
So what happened in the second episode? That's when they're... So Skarsgård gets blown up, and then what happens right after that?
Then... Oh, they could have just run around the city for a while.
Yeah, finding bodies or whatever. Or how many bodies did they catch?
Or no, that was the penguin chase scene.
Oh yeah, that's right. They go back and they have a big fight and chase scene, and then they also, and then Bruce Wayne. They also go after Bruce. He doesn't know who Bruce Wayne is,
I think that's one of those
or an ambiguous thing.
ambiguous ending kind of things.
Oh, okay, because yeah, for a moment there, it sounds like he knows he's Bruce Wayne, but then he like refers to Batman in a way that seems like he doesn't know he's Bruce Wayne, like in that prison scene.
Yeah.
And then Batman's like, wait, maybe he doesn't know.
Which I was right, by the way, that they were gonna have him, the last act be like him taunting the police while they look for the bomb.
Oh yeah, there's a. Actually, does he taunt him with the bomb? How long does he taunt him with the bomb?
Yeah, well, kind of like at the end, you know.
Because it seems like as he introduces it, they blow up.
Yeah. Well, like,
But he's taunting him with like clues anyway. It's
Yeah,
mainly a clue thing.
nearing the end of the scene, he's like yelling at him, like, "Why didn't you figure this part out of my super secret plan?"
Yeah. Oh, actually, I forgot the reason why he's running around in the first place is because, or he goes to the Penguin and he wants to find out where this woman is in the pictures with the mayor.
Oh yeah. And the reason why Riddler was doing it because they lied about that rebuild thing being a rebuild thing.
I think they're also implying that his father was the reporter who was killed. There's a lot of like stuff in this.
Yeah, it's 3 hours long. They had lots of plot twists.
Yeah.
At every episode. Can't really remember them all. So I guess it was the So we are told in one scene that Batman's dad had a reporter killed because the reporter was going to expose his mom's being in an institution.
Oh, okay.
Then in the very next scene, they dispel all of that.
Oh yeah, they make sure that actually the Batman's dad is a good guy in the end.
Good guy that made a mistake.
Yeah. He didn't really mean it when he
went to a mob boss
Yeah.
to take care of a problem, of a guy who was being a problem.
Yeah.
So-
That's a pretty big mistake when you get someone killed, actually.
Yeah. It's kind of...
Actually, it's kind of okay not to just let that go, actually.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then...
Like, at the very least, like...
Oh no, they said like he was going to confess it, but then he got killed.
Mhm.
So they imply that Falcone killed Batman's parents.
Yeah, well, I guess, yes, they did say, well, he was going to confess, so he was going to face...
Consequences of his actions.
but he was killed before he could.
Yeah.
Batman captures Penguin after chasing him in the Batmobile, but learns he was not the informant. So Batman and Gordon follow the Riddler trail to the ruins of an orphanage operated by Bruce's parents, Thomas and Marta.
Yeah, it turns out he couldn't speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Batman he made like a very easy error. Well, he made a mistake in the language of the riddle, and apparently it means Batman, not Pigeon Man.
Right. Oh, so what was it like? So what does that mean that meant Batman? Like Batman was the informant?
Oh wait, what was it? No, like it was La Batmano or something like that. But it should be El Batmano.
Okay.
That means it's a bat,
Oh, okay.
not a pigeon. So they went after Penguin for nothing, really.
But Riddler was saying Batman was his informant or his buddy or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, I forget what the message was. Like, yeah, no, it actually means it was Batman.
There's a lot of word salad in there in the
Yeah.
exposition dumps.
So they learned, yeah, he was a resident of the orphanage, Riddler, and and that's when Alfred gets blown up by a bomb meant for Bruce.
Partially blown up, like he doesn't die.
Yeah, no, they didn't have Alfred there just to kill him.
So I guess now we need two canes to walk.
So Selina tells Batman that Falcone is her father, and she learns Annika was killed. That's the woman who was with the mayor.
Yeah, okay.
Michael told her that Falcone was the informant. Mitchell told her that Falcone was the informant, and resolves to kill him. Okay, and then they go to arrest Falcone, but then Riddler shoots him
Yeah,
because
so
Batman brings him into the light.
so that plot point kind of ended
Yeah. Yeah, and then that was the end of the second
in the
episode.
middle of the movie. Yeah.
and then they capture the Riddler. And the third episode is a fairly long, almost Joker-like Batman sort of conversation.
Yeah.
It's not exactly the same, but the idea is sort of like this is where the two bad guys meet, sort of.
It was like the Hannibal Lecter.
They're not two
in
bad
the-
guys, but the good guy and bad guy meet.
Yeah, it was like the Hannibal Lecter in the prison cell.
You're not so different, you and I.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because we had the exact same thing in Skyfall with James Bond and Javier Bardem, and of course the originator was Batman: The Dark Knight, when they talk with Joker in this holding cell. And then
do that
the
in all
Avengers did it
movies.
too with Loki.
Yeah.
Well, that was sort of a 2010s thing, I think. So we don't do
Yeah.
that as much. Oh no, we just did it. Of course, I was about to say we don't do it much anymore, but we just did it in this movie.
Then it's revealed that the Riddler planted bombs everywhere.
And then they go
I
on.
mean, around the city, or the dams of the city, I guess, and then they all go off. And the whole city is destroyed.
And drowned, yeah. And then the mayor saved, kind of, and then that's it.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the ending was, actually. It felt like, as I said, it felt like the ending of Vikings Valhalla, or the ending of any first season. I'm using Valhalla because I just watched it most recently, where it just sort of ends at a plot point. And then, obviously, the next season or the next episode will just start again where we left off.
Yeah.
Like, this is, as I was saying, I don't think we're doing movies anymore. Everything's streaming now. You don't go to a movie theater to watch a movie. You go to a movie theater to watch a streaming show on a bigger format.
Yeah, it does kind of have that vibe now, doesn't it?
Well, because that movie did not have to be 3 hours. They were using streaming pacing now.
Well, it only took 3 hours because Batman was walking so slowly.
Well, no, and that streaming pacing, they just stretch things out. Not necessarily to make it longer, it's just that they feel like they can...
Well, it's like they have like scenes where he's just like in the first scene with when they're investigating the mirror, like he's just very slowly walking into the room, very slowly walking around the room.
Yeah, where it's like, obviously they're trying to build like, I don't know, some sort of atmosphere, but like you can do that with fewer shots actually and get to the point. Yeah, like how long was that? 2 minutes? What's wrong with 2 minutes of walking around slowly? What's wrong with 30 seconds walking around slowly? You get the same idea out of it, but you get to the point quicker.
Where's Batman?
Oh, all right. So Batman, yeah. So, did we get a penguin with the... We did with the other Batmobile too.
Oh yeah, the Lego one. He's got...
But Penguin is in another car as well, though.
Yeah, he's just got like some regular car. Batman has his 80s muscle car.
I liked how they did that, though, where he was revving. I guess it took him a long time to rev up and finally go, but I kind of liked the revving, and then the blue lights sort of turn on, and because like that's what's great about being in a movie theater, because the bass is all over you too. So you know when they do that final shot of when the jet engine finally turns on, just the whole theater is rumbling.
Yeah. And then they destroy a bunch of cars and kill a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, I was wondering about that actually.
Blow up all these trucks.
Because, yeah, I don't think that truck... There was at least 2 trucks that blew up really big, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think the truck driver would have survived that.
Nope.
I don't even know if they were implying that they survived it or not, but it's never mentioned. Which is weird.
It kind of just causes all this destruction and then just walks away.
Yeah, that's right. They destroy that...
Very slowly walks away.
You're right. That's a pretty big thing there. Because they capture the penguin, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have him up against the wall, and they're like, shoot, no, it's not the penguin. And then they just leave him there.
Yeah, like they don't arrest him or anything.
And there's like, how many car insurance claims will be filed that night? And not to mention the dead people, all the money, like that strip of road would probably be shut down for a while too.
Not to mention all the laws that were broken.
Well, yeah, just them breaking laws, but there's probably going to be a ton of economic...
causing all that destruction.
Economic chaos caused just by, all that destruction and probably shutting down that freeway for at least a few hours.
And he just sort of just leave him there when he tells them, when he corrects their Spanish, and then just leaves him there.
So, but that means like all that destruction was for absolutely nothing. It's not like they arrested him and now he's out of he's off the streets.
I could just
like all that destruction was for absolutely nothing.
Now he's free to start his own crime syndicate.
Yeah.
Like if we saw him at the end, looking out at the destroyed city that Batman failed to save.
Yeah.
And
yeah, no, that city was... Yeah, like what? Because Batman doesn't do anything, does he? Like, he doesn't save the day at all?
Nope.
No, because... No, this is almost like Dune as well, where it's just the first part of the story. The second movie will have more of it. Or the second season.
Well, I mean, I guess he saved the mayor. No, the mayor got shot. Yeah, so like the final action takes place on a scaffolding above a stadium where Batman like fights, I guess, 12 people.
Like he's, because like it's the idea, isn't it? He's talking on, because what the Riddler has his own little YouTube channel that he speaks to his friends with.
Yeah.
And I was reading the comments on there too, because they stayed there for the entire time, and apparently that's some sort of combat. He's wearing a combat winter mask. And that's it's called a combat winter mask in green or something like that. But I was thinking, oh, that would be really good for winter actually. But I guess you can't really wear that around, can you? No, because like it's really windy here during the winter, right? I would walk outside more if I could have a mask like that. That would be warm, but you can't really do that, though, I suppose. I don't like people looking at me.
He's on his crime-solving computer.
Oh no, but no, because I think was that guy that they unmasked as one of the Riddlers. That wasn't he the guy from the funeral whose daughter died?
I don't know.
I think that's what they were implying, or they were showing us. They didn't do one of those helpful flashbacks to show who he was.
I didn't recognize him. Although it was like 2 hours since we saw him last. So.
Yeah. And then he goes, or maybe you weren't meant to recognize him, but actually the point was he says, I am vengeance, just like Batman does. And we discover that Batman has been having I think he even says it, I've been having an effect on the city, but not the one I wanted.
Yeah. This movie was weird.
Yeah. That's probably the best way to describe it. I haven't read any of the reviews for it yet. I've just seen blurbs, but I think people have been saying there's some people who really like it, some people saying it's inconsistent.
Well, it is pretty inconsistent.
Well, not if it's a streaming show, I think. If it's a streaming show.
It's not a streaming show, it's a movie. And in the movie, you're supposed to be consistent.
Yeah.
So, overall, I guess, I don't know. I mean, I guess I was entertained through the 3 hours.
Yeah, no, it was enough noise and everything. And I do enjoy just being in a movie theater with the atmosphere you get. I think I am now going to accept the fact that movies do not have complete stories anymore. And it should be easier to enjoy them again. Knowing what I'm getting.
Yeah.
No, movies are no more.
I wouldn't call this like game-changing like the Nolan ones were.
No, it's sort of going with the game, isn't it?
I don't know what it was trying to do, really. Maybe it was, what's his name? Matt something. Who was the director?
Matt Reeves, I think he did the Monkey trilogy.
It was just him trying to do his vision of Batman.
Yeah. See, I would say that The Dark Knight, it felt like a whole season of plot to me as well, but better paced too. But better paced than this other movie. Because there's a lot of plot in The Dark Knight. It goes from, It goes from, Batman fighting the mob, and then they bring the Joker in, and then Batman's fighting the Joker instead, and the mob sort of disappears, and then it becomes about something else. And it has a lot of plot, but it doesn't feel like 3 episodes like this did. Although you could probably find 3 episodes in that as well. It goes from the beginning to when Batman captures the Chinese guy who takes care of the mob money.
Yeah.
And then it goes. Then the second episode is what from there to. Probably when Rachel gets killed. And then it's the 3rd episode, I suppose, after that.
No, those were actual movies.
Yeah.
And they were meant to be movies, so you could tell.
Yeah.
Not this, you could kind of tell that they were trying to make it a series.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is that was a movie that had a ton of plot in it, but still was a movie.
And yeah.
While this Batman just felt like a streaming show. Because, like, I'm not even saying that streaming shows look bad. Like, streaming shows look like movies as well. But they're paced they're paced to be streaming shows, though. So when you're in a movie theater, it's just slow and repetitive. Because on a streaming show, most people are just on their phone anyway.
Yeah.
You can't be on your phone in the theater. So you got to keep our attention. And that's, I think, the new trend of movies. They're going to be longer and more boring. So final thought, Batman is a solid B+, and movies are dead, long live streaming. That's my final thoughts. Those were my final thoughts.
Okay, well...
Well, now over to your final thoughts.
I don't know, this movie itself... I don't know, I guess if you got 3 hours to kill, you could do worse.
3 hours to kill, so like it'll be worth watching on the streaming when it comes to streaming.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go, I guess.
Yeah. No, but
would you say Spider-Man was still in the theater when we went there? Is Spider-Man, if you didn't see Spider-Man yet and you were going to the movie this weekend, would you go to Spider-Man or Batman? And you haven't seen either movie yet. Or what would you recommend to a person who hasn't seen either movie?
Well, having not seen the movie, probably would go to Batman because I like Batman better. But I mean, having seen it, I can like Spider-Man better actually.
The Spider-Man movie better?
Yeah. Like it had an actual story that went...
Beginning, middle, end?
Yeah.
They, Yeah, how long was it?
And Spider-Man saves the day in the end, too.
Oh, yeah. But how long was it? Was that a 3-hour movie as well? Or maybe I should look that up.
Roughly 3 hours. Like 2.5 or something. Yeah, no, it was pretty long.
I was wondering if it's shorter than Batman.
I think so.
148 minutes, that's 120, 2.5 hours. So half hour shorter. But I'm guessing the pacing's probably better too. I'm assuming, I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, so, what'd you think of Robert Pattinson's Batman?
Actually, I enjoyed watching him. Probably enjoyed watching him more than actually Christian Bale. Ben Affleck was kind of fun to watch too, because he was a really crazy killer Batman.
Yeah.
This Batman is, yeah, actually it's interesting. It is more just like he was a vigilante who just started beating people up, because I think there's no implication of like a Chinese past, or like going to China like in Batman.
Yeah, like this is supposed to be like a year or two Batman.
Yeah, because like Alfred says, "I taught you how to fight," so I guess that's where he learned the Batman moves is from Alfred. So yeah, it's a lot less grand, I guess. It's really just like an angry rich kid who decided to beat up poor people.
Okay, he's not beating up poor people. I don't know where you're getting that from. Anyway, so the Batman, you like his Batman?
What's that?
So you like Robert
Yes.
Pattinson's Batman? I don't know. I've seen better Batmans.
Yeah?
Like,
Well, there's been a lot of Batmans now, hasn't there?
No, see, I like the Christian Bale one.
Because, like, well, when Christian Bale happened, there were barely any Batman. There was only, what, like 3 Well, I guess Adam West, the guy from Tim Burton, Val Kilmer, and the guy from ER.
Yeah.
So there's only 4 before Christian Bale, and now then we've also thrown in Ben Affleck, and so yeah, there's just a lot more Batman to compare him to now. A lot more Batman people like, because when Christian Bale came around, no one really cared about about Batman, the Batman and Robin Batman.
Yeah, well, it's because the last movie was the Batman and Robin.
Yeah, and I don't think I have to say his name.
George Clooney.
Yeah, because I don't think George Clooney cared about being Batman either. Actually, in that movie.
Well, the director didn't care about Batman either.
So. No one cared about that movie.
Yeah.
So like now we have like more good Batman to compare other Batman to.
Yeah, but no, it's just
or respected Batman.
The Robert Pattinson, like he didn't act very Batman-y. Like whenever he moved, it was always like very slow, like I said, and then whenever he talked, it was very, very soft and whispery. Like there wasn't really anything threatening about him.
When he talked? Well, I don't know, like they had the boot thing, I guess.
Like he did have like a couple of cool scenes, like the emerging from the shadows and all that, but then he's kind of, when he's like in the crime scenes, like walking around with all the police around and in the light and talking very softly to them, it's just, I don't know, it kind of ruins the whole thing.
Oh, okay. So you're saying you don't like him?
Like when he's like walking right into the club, like if everybody can see him, I don't know, it's kind of like Batman to be like a stealthy character. Like you never know where or when he's going to show up.
Oh yeah, that's right. They don't do that as much.
That's what adds to the fear.
Yeah.
It's like never knowing where he is or when he's going to show up or what he's going to do.
So, does he pass as Batman?
I mean,
passing grade as
Batman. It actually seemed more like a Frank Miller kind of Batman.
Let's see if I can remember.
You know, Frank Miller, he did Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, and that one...
It was like an old psychotic Batman coming out of retirement because he just needs to be Batman.
Yeah.
Because he's psychotic.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the old version of...
I don't know if Frank Miller means him to be psychotic or not, because I think Frank Miller might be psychotic.
Well, yeah, he probably is. I guess... I don't know, do you have anything else to say about it? Or...
No, I already said mine.
He was a pretty bad Batman, actually.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was wondering if you just don't like him.
Well, see...
No, I don't care about this Batman. He's fine. He was just fine enough for me. I was just wondering, what's your final decision on him as Batman?
Well, from what I saw, but he wasn't very good at it.
All right, so then...
Like he didn't solve any crimes. He didn't save the city. He didn't stop the city destroying bombs or anything. Like, he didn't do anything Batman-y, really, in this.
Oh, yeah. So that's not very good if you want him to be a Batman. He doesn't do anything that Batman does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he didn't really, like, hide on top of any gargoyles or anything, like in the video games.
And he didn't have his Google Glasses sight.
Yeah.
He didn't really have any gadgets in this, did he?
No.
Like, he got, like, his grapple gun.
Oh, no, he had a few things, I guess, but not...
And that was it.
Not a huge amount.
Like,
well, the main thing, I think, his main gimmick were the contact lenses that could...
Oh, yeah.
Videotape and audio record everything.
He had that. And his grapple gun.
Yeah, grapple gun, that...
I think that was it. Like, and then there's bike in his car, but that's... He didn't throw a batarang or anything. Like, he only took out, like, his batarang to, like, cut some police tape and then just put it right back.
Yeah, I don't remember him throwing it, yeah. He had a whole 3 hours to put that in there.
He sort of kind of relied on his Mandalorian armor to protect him from the bullets.
Yeah. Well, when you're one person, I guess you need to also be able to be a bit of a, like, unstoppable tank if you want to fight many people at once. So you have to have armor that can repel bullets.
Yeah, but I mean, like...
But yeah, no, like, but you would, especially nowadays, to armor that thin, you would need magic Mandalorian armor.
Well, yeah. Also, he was just, like, letting himself get shot. And, like, that's not what Batman does.
Yeah.
Like he strikes from the shadows.
Yeah, because he just sort of. Yeah, because like how many? Because those poor guys there, those bouncers, they meet like Batman like 5 times, get beaten up by him like 5 times. The twins at the door.
Yeah.
Because yeah, he never sneaks in there. He always just goes through the front door of the club.
Yeah.
Every time he goes there, he just goes through the front door and beats everyone up.
Exactly. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess if Spider-Man's still in the theaters, go watch that instead.
All right, there we go. That's a good final verdict.
Okay.
I haven't seen that Spider-Man though,
Okay.
but I'll trust that it's better. It's at least shorter, I suppose. Probably a lot more jokes.
Yes. Yeah, they kind of do that thing where they like start having an emotional moment, then spoil it with a joke.
Oh, you know what? What this didn't have was a whole lot of nostalgia crap in it. That was a pretty big saving grace to it, actually. Because they weren't constantly, like, referencing the past in it.
Yeah, they were.
Like, well, I guess, yeah, because they were doing, like, but this is like a reboot Batman. They weren't referencing, like, they weren't bringing back like bad guys, the actors who did the bad guys playing those bad guys again. Like they didn't do anything like that.
Well, that's why it's worse than Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Well, they are old characters. It's not like they did the Riddler again.
Yeah, but it's not the same actor.
And they did the Joker again.
I can't tell if that's the same actor.
Well, it's not the same actor, but still the same character. But, yeah. Again, they did exactly what I said they were going to do. They were going to tease the Joker at the end of this.
Yeah, like they did at the end of Batman Begins.
Yeah.
But that was as far a shorter tease.
Yeah.
This was a streaming show, so we had like 3
And a
minutes.
better tease, too.
A better tease? The old one is a better tease.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because it was only like 30 seconds. Ooh, a card.
Like, that's all you need.
And this one, it's like 5 minutes of... No, I thought the movie was still going on when they were... Like, I thought, like, now the Joker was a character in the movie, actually, when I saw him, because it just felt like a scene in the movie.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like the ending, because it went on for 4 minutes. Like, it was like a regular 4-minute scene. It wasn't like a little topper at the end. It was like an actual full scene.
See, that should have been the after credit scene.
Yeah, instead of...
Did nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Like this text appears on screen and says goodbye.
Well, I'm sure you could look up the explanation better than us anyway. See what that's about.
Yeah, I'm sure the internet will invent some kind of explanation for it soon.
Yeah.
Like it's actually teasing Thanos or something.
Yeah. Like, it's Joker's the Thanos of it.
So yeah, yeah, we did, right? Like I said, watch Spider-Man instead. You said you liked it.
I said yes, B+, but it's a streaming thing, and yes, watch Spider-Man instead.
This is also, a thing that the Little Caesars
Yeah!
doing with the cross-promotion for the Batman.
For some reason they did, yeah.
Doing like these pizzas.
Yeah.
It's like a Batman calzone.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen this yet. So, actually, it looks like pizza. Where are they? Just folding up certain parts of it?
Yeah, they just sort of like take a regular pizza and like fold up the corners of some of the slices, 2 or 4 of the slices there.
Oh, okay.
And that makes a bat.
Isn't that clever, I guess? Oh,
Yeah.
that's good enough, I suppose.
Okay.
We bought it anyway, so it must be something people want.
Well, that's good.
Oh, Batman fell over.